Hello and good morning. This is going to be episode 2 of Off-Script Cinema, Reactions and Reviews. Today, you have already seen the thumbnail. I'm going to be watching a movie from 2014 by the acclaimed director Kevin Smith. I've loved Kevin Smith's work ever since Jay and Silent Bob days and Clerks, Dogma, Chasing Amy. So many good movies. So I'm a fan of Kevin Smith, and I have full faith in his ability in directing and crafting a narrative, but I have been avoiding this movie. I love horror, and I'm cool with Hollywood gore, but body horror in general doesn't really tickle me pickle, float my boat. I have not seen, for example, Human Centipede. Haven't seen it. Don't really want to see it. Movies like Hostel or Saw. I watched the first up to probably Saw 3. And like, when it first came out, it was pretty novel. And so, you know, I watched it and then I liked it enough to watch the next couple, but then it just became all the same. But like movies like Hostel, or what is it, House of Wax, I think. Was that the one with the... Anyway, it just like... torture porn isn't really my thing. If the gore, you know, if there's a bad guy and he's just stabbing people, I mean, that's just what the bad guy does. But like, if the bad guy is a mad scientist and he just enjoys slowly carving little chunks off of people, that's what he does. And I'm less interested in the carving chunks off of people slowly than I am with just maybe just getting it over with quick. I don't know what that says about me, but that is the case. So when I heard about Tusk, I was like, ooh, I love Jason Long. I love Kevin Smith. Why wouldn't I watch this? But then I didn't really have too many spoilers given out, but like, I know what the movie is about. Like, I can't go in now at 2025 and say, I've never heard of or seen Tusk. I've never seen Tusk, but I've definitely heard of it. So I know what I'm going into. I just never seen it before. So here we are. My friend Heather Seaman, what up, girl? Made the suggestion to me a couple nights ago. I just recorded and uploaded the first episode, Purple People Eater from 1988. Really interesting movie, really weird, but fair enough. I got a rating of 3 out of 5 stars. So she recommends Tusk, and here we are. Let's do it. First of all, I'd like to apologize real quick for any environmental sounds you can hear. Again, I live in a camper, and it's daytime, and people are moving around. It's actually warm out today, so people are more likely to be doing stuff. All right, without further ado, let's do it. I also have my phone set to vibrate, so if I'm getting alerts or messages, you'll hear a little vut vut, but... Okay.
I'm gonna fucking piss my pants. Hey, if you want to watch this video, please go to our website, NaziParty.com. N-O-T-S-E-E, not Nazi with a Z. That'd be like a cross-dressing Adolf Eichmann, Liza Minnelli impersonator. If I die of laughter during this segment, I don't want you to feel bad. I want you all to know that I died happy because this video is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. You seen how many hits he has? It's up to like 30-something million. Here we go.
So they're definitely making a reference to... the lightsaber kid.
Man, I've watched this video enough. I'm starting to feel bad for the kid. I'm not laughed out yet, but I'm feeling bad for him.
Feeling bad? The kid's got tons of hits.
Because he's famous, right? I mean, what more do you want? He's got more hits than I do. I'm kind of, in a weird way, jealous. I don't need both legs. What am I? I'm not running marathons.
So look out, you crazy Canucks. Something weird-ass this way comes. Join us next week while Wallace sits down with the one-legged wonder, the master of self-mutilation, of internet humiliation, the Kill Bill Kid.
Which is about all you can do if you're the Kill Bill Kid, as you just sit your one-legged ass down forever.
Oh, it's too easy. It was right there. Until next time, I'm Teddy Kraft.
And this is Wallace Brighton, reminding you to join the Nazi party.
Okie dokie. Also, interesting choice that the main character who gets turned into a walrus, his name is
Welcome to
Wallace.
Oh,
Okay.
hey there.
Epic mealtime, the man
fellow
himself.
Facial hair aficionado.
Yeah, not as good as you. My God.
New Jersey, eh?
Yeah, years back. Now it's Los Angeles.
A man torn betwixt devils and kings.
Oh! Hockey.
Yeah, you're damn right, hockey.
Don't really follow hockey.
Okay. Hands off the counter, please.
Really?
Yeah, really. What are you doing in Manitoba?
I'm recording a podcast. So what I do is I travel around and I interview weird or interesting people, and I describe it to my best friend, who does not see it firsthand, since he won't fly anywhere. It's called the Not See Party.
Whoa. Nazi party?
Oh no, it's spelled Notsee, not the other Haiti one. You know the Hitler.
You don't say Hitler in an airport.
Is good advice.
Hey, fucker, you ready for this? Fucking Kill Bill Kid. Fucking... Sir, with his own fucking sword. You believe that shit? I'm not fucking kidding you. Couldn't hold out for 2 more days. Selfish little peg-leg piece of shit. I'm so pissed off right now. I gotta find a flight back tonight. Hey, man, where's your bathroom?
Hello. I'm an old man who has enjoyed a long and storied life at sea. I'm a proud Canadian who has traveled a peculiar path below these many years. And after eons of oceanic adventure, I find myself a landlubber with Manitoba as my final port. I know I do not wish to spend my remaining years alone in a giant house, not when I have such stories to share.
No, it's not the room I'm interested in as much as you, Mr. Howe. Yes, thank you. All right, where am I going? Bifrost. Excuse me. How far is Bifrost from here?
Bifrost? Shit, that's far. Yeah, it's about 2 hours from here.
Yeah, the kids here at the convenience store are telling me that it's about 2 hours away.
I hate American guys.
Yeah, well, what's your address?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, up here, please. Good evening.
Mr. Howe?
Well, actually, it's Howard.
Mr. Howard. Hey.
You know, when people first become entangled with my name, it's much like a French bedroom farce. Now, Mr. Howard is appropriate, but I prefer the intimacy of Howard.
Howard.
Now that we have that unpleasantness out of the way, may I welcome you to Pippi Hill, my home.
Oh, yes, it's great. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure, pleasure. Well, did everything come out all right?
Oh, yeah, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. There's your tea.
All right, thank you. Yeah, the audience likes it real and raunchy, so I try to keep it real and raunchy. And real raunchy.
You know, the freedoms your generation enjoys. Oh, I tell you that. Libertines, a lot of you.
Can I just tell you something? This is going to sound really weird, but I've never had tea like this. It's blowing my mind. I feel like I've never had tea in my life.
No, always do sober what you do drunk. That'll teach you to keep your mouth shut.
Okay, now this one I know. Hemingway said that.
Yes, he did. And he said it to me.
You knew Ernest Hemingway?
Well, we met on the waters of Normandy.
You were there for D-Day?
No, I was there before D-Day. I was there when it was called Operation Neptune.
Hold on. You were on the beach?
No, I was on a boat, as was Ernie.
Ernie?
And Ernie was deemed precious cargo by the powers that be, so is prohibited from joining the incursion. Yes, so I proffered for Mr. Hemingway a bottle of Weiser. And I'll never forget what he did next. His smile crawled across the man's face. It was so slow as if it were a caterpillar. Then he turned to me and slapped me on the back and he said, "You are a kitchen witch of only good fortune."
Kitchen witch?
So we drank Weiser, and when the reports came back of how many boys had fallen at Omaha, that's when he said to me, "Only do sober what you do drunk. It will teach you to keep your mouth shut."
That's nuts, man. What's this?
I see you have an eye for the unfamiliar and the curiosity of a cat. That should take you very far. That's the baculum of a walrus. The Alaskans call it an usik.
Usik. Whoa. So it's like a walrus spine?
No, it's more like a walrus cock.
Shut up.
I'm a dirty boy, aren't I?
That's a walrus dick?
No, that's the baculum.
Can I get my hands on it?
Yes, of course.
Wow. Oh, what? This is crazy.
It would be right to admire the walrus. It is probably God's most noble creature. Far more evolved than any man I've ever known. Present company included.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. So where'd you buy something like this? A head shop?
Well, I became acquainted with a walrus when I was lost at sea.
Shut the front door. You were lost at sea?
In 1959, I was back on a boat on the Gulf of Anadyr, which is the southern coast of Siberia, the Chukchi Peninsula. Perhaps the best years of my life. My culinary capabilities in small seafaring vessels earned me my passport to the world. As a matter of fact, it was my magic with the halibut that landed me the chef's position on the Anastasia as we traversed into Soviet waters exploring.
Wait, so this is like, what is this, like Cold War stuff?
No. We were in search of the Siberian great white. In the inky heart of night, the Anastasia collided with an iceberg. And I watched the ship disappear in minutes into the Black Russian Sea.
You'd be dead in minutes.
And
in
heard
that
the
ocean
screams
at night.
and the crew
Even during the day.
silenced in the Siberian brine.
So what happened after the boat sank?
I was alone. Alone, all alone on a wide, wide sea. And never a saint took pity on my soul in agony.
Rhyme the Ancient Mariner. God, how scared were you?
Oh, I don't mind admitting I was terrified. I know you've probably been scared a few times in your life, Mr. Brighton, but I would wager to say that you've never known true terror. And I became intimately familiar with terror that night as I swam. I kicked at the water and stroked for I knew not where. It was so pitch black. So I swam deeper and deeper into the ebony void, and I prayed that whatever brushed by me was now feasting upon the expedition crew instead.
Sweet whistling Christ.
I awoke on the shores of a very small island, regurgitating seawater discombobulated beyond belief. And then as I stood to my feet, I saw the sweetest sight my orbs have ever taken in. I saw my savior. I saw a walrus.
A walrus? A walrus saved your life?
Yes. This curious fellow loomed over me with Tusk as tall as silent Charybdis. But it was as gentle as a milking cow, and it took me into its blubbery body to keep me warm, as if I were a newborn chick, you see.
Unbelievable.
Yes. And though I couldn't know what he was called by his Marine brethren, I named him after the only authority figure I'd ever known and ever trusted in my entire life. He was a janitor at a boys' home I had attended, whose name was Mr. Tuskegee. So I called my companion Mr. Tusk.
Mr. Tusk. That's cute.
I've never known such a fulfilling friendship with anyone, human or otherwise. And for 6 glorious months,
He's kicking in.
I was at utter peace. And I knew the only bliss this wretched life has ever afforded me.
What'd you...
Down he goes. He drank like 4 cups.
There. It'll be all right. It'll be all right, Mr. Tusk.
Oh, here we go. Starting. First act is over. Jesus. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. Just to give my quick feelings on Act 1 so far. The acting is great. Production is amazing. I mean, I'm not too surprised by those things. I'm not familiar with the actor who's playing the old man right now, but he is amazing. I am literally latched onto every word. I really enjoy how that last scene, it felt very... it felt Tarantino-esque in that it was a lot of just camera sitting still and conversation. Good conversation. Like really good writing and really good execution by the actors. So, anyway, all right, let's see where this is headed.
Oh, shit. Ha! Why are you stopping?
I don't want you to go to Canada tomorrow.
Okay, I won't go to Canada. Just finish.
Oh, you're so full of shit. Your eyes are brown.
I know. I'm full of shit. I'm bad, so spank me right there.
Nope.
What?
Not gonna do it.
All right.
Making fun of this kid on the podcast is one thing, but to go over there to his house, it's horrible, okay? This just feels gamey.
Gamey, Allie, the kid reached out to me, okay? He turned down Oprah fucking Winfrey to talk to me. Me! Come on, this is huge for the show. I don't want to do it. I don't want to make fun of him, but it's for the show. It's for the podcast.
You know, you are a real fucking asshole. And this does not work for you at all.
Just had to get a little something to wear while my furnace is in the shop. I have no heat, so, and I don't want the fan of, I have like a little space heater, but I just don't want that, you know, buzzing over everything else. So yeah, just adding some layers. All right, let's keep going.
Doing your dopey comedy sketches is bad enough, but to exploit him to his face, it's vicious. The Wallace
No, that's vicious. To do what you did, that's vicious. That's mean. That's exploitative. So you get a little taste and walk away.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
The Wallace I fell in love with would not do that. The Wallace I fell in love with would never say this stupid
The Wallace you
shit.
fell in love with was an unfunny little dickhole who used to make bad Star Wars puns and couldn't pay his bills. Come on. See? Come on. New Wallace is kind of funny.
Yeah, it can be kind of funny. I miss old Wallace. I miss you. I miss the real you. Is he in there?
Oh.
You know, that geeky kid who even thanked me on stage. Yeah, geeky. I miss the guy who told me he loved me the first time we had sex. The guy who gets baked and cries watching Winnie the Pooh. You're so sweet.
I do that.
Such a softie.
Now everything is upside down. I enjoy that blocking. I hope he's not also getting hit right now. No, okay.
Well, look who's back.
Shady's back.
Here you go. Here's your cup.
I will bet you $10 now that he doesn't even need that chair.
Wet your whistle, my dry little thistle.
Old man can walk. I already just know it.
What happened? I didn't know what it was until I looked down and I saw this rather intimidating little spider crawl from out of your pant leg.
Spider?
Yes, a brown recluse. Rather toxic little insect. These woods are full of them.
Where's my phone?
Phone?
Mm-hmm. I gotta make a call.
Well, I'm afraid the doctor stepped on it and broke it. I'm afraid it lies in pieces.
There's a doctor here?
Yes, Dr. Moussier. He lives just up the road, 8 miles.
Moussier?
Yes.
Fine name.
Yeah. He was here within a half hour of your incident.
I forget your name.
My name? Howard Howe.
Howard. I can't feel my legs.
Well, that would be the spinal injection, you see. The little recluse sank her fangs into you and filled you with so much poison that your ankle was the size of an elephant's leg.
Oh, shit. What kind of elephant?
A very fat one.
Shit.
With the venom traveling to your heart, it forced the doctor to save your life, to take rather, as we say, drastic measures.
Does he just not have legs anymore?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! There's no leg there.
Doesn't appear to be. Just let it out, dear boy. Let it all out.
My leg is off! Oh my god!
Nature can be very red in tooth and claw.
Why am I still here? Why aren't I in the hospital?
Well, hospitals carry diseases, so Dr. Moussier felt it would be best if you were to stay here since the room is sanitized all day. Why, it'd be best if you recuperate here.
It doesn't make any sense.
The spider bit you.
Wait. Wait.
I am truly sorry for your loss.
Wow. Wow.
There was no spider, was
there? Yes, there was. A brown recluse. Colloquially called the hobo spider.
Ah, that's interesting. You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw the spider.
I just wish that I had spied the creature before it so viciously attacked you.
What did it look like?
The arachnid assailant?
Yeah.
Well, typical spider. Legion of legs, et cetera, et cetera. It was very small, though. Mm-hmm. So small you might even call it itsy bitsy. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout.
Holy shit.
Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
Let me out of this chair, you fucking psycho! Let me out! Let me out, you old fucking nutbag! Help! Somebody out!
Perhaps it would be best in this our burgeoning relationship to reveal our hearts with absolute candor. See, sometime now, I've been constructing a very realistic walrus suit. And I believe with just a few minor modifications, it will fit you perfectly. But whilst in the walrus suit, you must be a walrus. There'll be no sound of a human voice. You must communicate everything you do as a walrus. Do you understand?
Please. Why are you doing this? Why?
To solve a riddle older than the Sphinx. To answer the question which has plagued us since we crawled from the surf and stood erect in the sun. Is man indeed a walrus at heart?
No one has ever asked that question ever. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, she just wants to go with you.
I know. Teddy, why are you always defending her? It's so weird. And I know she wants to come, but you know her whole thing is like, Wally, why do you have to do such mean comedy?
That doesn't even sound like her.
I can't have her around if I'm gonna get real with this kid, and I gotta get real with him. This is way too important. I can't be me if she's there. I also can't get roadhead if she's there either.
You're a fucking numbskull to cheat on someone that hot.
Teddy, that's nothing to do with how hot she is. I know she's hot, but there's some top shelf ass out there.
You going to Allie's now?
Fuck yeah, I'm going over there now. I want to try to break one off before I fly tomorrow, so I can get all quiet and peaceful on the plane, and I don't cause any disturbances at the airport. It's like my Xanax. I gotta get the white out, and I go to bed like a little baby.
Yeah, see, now I just don't feel bad. Yeah, every time they reveal more about him, I'm just like, nah, he gets what's coming. I guess. Maybe.
Fuck. He hasn't called me in 3 days. I'm worried.
You gotta help me. I swear to God, I'm not joking. Okay? I was abducted. I'm in Manitoba. This guy wants to turn me into an animal or something. He's fucking nuts. You gotta please come. Please, 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 please.
Call the cops.
Honestly, I don't know how to live without you. So go brush your teeth and come back to bed because I don't want to sit here and cry all night.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Teddy, it's me. I swear to God, this is a fucking joke. I'm being held captive. I'm not kidding. I'm being held captive by some crazy motherfucker. He cut off my fucking leg. Listen to me. You gotta call the cops. I'm like 2 hours north of Winnipeg. I'm somewhere like in bumfuck Manitoba. This guy's name is Howard Howe. Okay? It's Howard Howe. You gotta call the cops. Call the cops. I don't know exactly where I'm, but I'm scared shitless, man. I think he wants me to turn me into like
The walrus cock. Your life as you knew it is over, Mr. Brighton.
trouble. He's in trouble.
Well, someone's looking for Wallace. Must be nice to know somebody cares about you that much. Just what I felt on the island with Mr. Tusk. He was the only living thing that ever had my best interest at heart. I was placed in an abandoned boys' home in Quebec. Boys whose lives had been destroyed. Provinces were responsible financially for all of the orphanages. The government was responsible for the mental institutions. So to place us in the church, they came up with a scheme to obtain more money by reclassifying the orphanages as mental health care facilities. And when nobody raised their voice in protest, why, they just shut down the orphanages and sent all the children, including me, to insane asylums. And so for the next 5 years, I was beaten, I was tortured, I was raped. They never thought of me as a person, they just thought to use me. And use me they did. Priests, politicians, all bedarists, even the nurses and nuns and night watchmen. All of them witches, all there to satisfy their most base physical and financial desires. So with no one to answer to for their horrid crimes, these devils ran amok with my innocence. But at age 15, I escaped. Canada. I went to the United States, got on a boat, and never looked back. Until now. Yes. Man is a savage animal, Mr. Brighton. Better to be a walrus.
How is he not dead? Looks like his mouth is full of blood. Well, he's not dead.
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. Walruses never cry!
Jesus Christ.
I regretted every day my return to this wretched civilization. What? This anxious, silly world with all the banality of a breakfast cereal. The worst of man has long been fetid with greed and indifference. The best of man has long been lobotomized by reality television. I never should have left the wilderness. I never should have left you. This writhing nest of two-legged vipers, each devouring the
Are you
other.
gonna find the house?
Stay alive. And I betrayed you.
And
For
like
what?
the movie's only just about half over
Man's
now,
world.
right? Like,
An immoral cesspool.
Well, I did some checking. And we don't have a Howard Howe anywhere in Manitoba. As regards your friend, I asked Border Patrol if they got a report of him leaving the country yet. They say he come into Winnipeg, and that's it. Don't you two worry. But I'll tell you, that leg bit, it sure puts the BM in the PM's coffee, eh? That is something.
It's creepy, right?
No, it's something. I had a fella come in here from Quebec 2 days ago, asking about any legless bodies that might have turned up. Used to be a cop, said he's hunting some kind of serial killer. I told him Canada doesn't have any serial killers.
bullshit.
Unless you You count the pothead who took out all the Captain Crunch last night at the A to Z. Anyway, he gave me his number, and he left it.
Oh, take it.
Ahoy, matey!
Fucking crazy.
You know, it occurs to me that if you are to fulfill your destiny, if you are to be a true walrus, well, Mr. Tusk, a walrus must learn to swim.
Wow. I mean, he's staying afloat.
Just show me how the fishies swim.
I mean, the odds of him just drowning. Yeah, just drown. Just kill yourself at this point. I mean, there's no reason. Oh, they're just other bodies down there. He's done this before. Didn't necessarily see that coming. Wow. Is this the detective from Quebec?
I'm Guy Lapointe. That is my name, Guy Lapointe, and I spent 20 years as the inspector of the Sûreté du Québec. But for the last 10 years of my life, I have been hunting an animal who is doing the masquerade as the man. I have been hunting this Howard Howe, this elusive devil made of the flesh. The solace of the sleep most of the time eludes me. But last night after you called me, I sleep like the breastfed baby. And I wake up this morning in the morning, and I know that in my bones, my quarry is close.
I almost want to say that's Val Kilmer, but I don't.
Milkshake?
That would also be me.
No, good for you. Okay, here's some napkins. You're gonna need those.
How many people has he killed?
23. And if your friend has been abducted by the same monster that I am hunting, it is probably going to be 24 pretty soon.
Uh-huh. Yeah, already.
His MO is always the same. A month after the disappearance, we find the pieces of
I'm going
his
to pause
skinned
for a
body.
second. Now, I will say, he said that he had built a walrus suit that he was going to put Wallace into. Now, obviously, Wallace isn't... There isn't much of him left. He's missing both legs from the knees down, it looks like. Last we saw his body. His arms were basically sewed to his body. And eventually that's going to, like, depending on how the surgery was done, that's going to heal that way. I mean, there is no more Wallace as far as I'm concerned. There's no... I don't think this movie ends where he's, like, back in any way, shape, or form. I'm pretty sure he's already gone at this point, so we'll just say that.
And the legs are always amputated at the knees. Arms are always fused to the body, like a kind of a crucified T-Rex. In every case, the tongues have been ripped out. Oh, yes. It is one fuck of a bummer to look at, I can tell you that.
That's one way to put it. The fuck, dude? That guy. Guy Lapointe. Lapointe? I don't know, whatever it is.
Well, good afternoon to you, sir. I am Guy Lapointe, Sûreté du Québec.
Oh, did you come here about the spider? I called the police 2 days ago because there's a big old spider in my body hole.
Your body hole?
It's here. And then on Monday nights, we go out for poutine. Have you ever been to Poutine Weenie on Rue de Jour?
Everything. By the way, you know, I didn't even get your name.
Bartholomew Mouchier. You sure you don't have time to come in and kill a spider?
I'm really not paid enough to deal with the savage animals, you know.
You know what I think, Mr. LaPointe? I think that the real savage animals are the human beings.
All of the Canada, there is no record of a man named Bartholomew. Monsieur, there is no local rink, there is no hockey night, and I would also assume that there is no poutine weenie.
Mr. Tusk, why do you blubber so?
Because he's a walrus.
Are you mourning your loss of humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human? I'm so very tired, Mr. Tusk. Battered by a life of cruel fate and poor decisions and the terrible consequences of both.
He's so very self-aware, which makes it worse.
The waters wide, and I dare not cross over. Wings to fly, build me a boat I can carry two. Oh, you must be terribly hungry by now.
Jesus Christ. I knew it. I knew it.
That is a mackerel. Bon appetit, Monsieur Tusk.
Oh, this is nice and very roomy for an economy. I should have rented this model. I knew it. Did you prepay for the gasoline?
Yeah. So, where do we go first?
Now, where is for the wolf? We look for the witch. As in, which one of you knows this missing podcaster the best?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the phone message, it said that he was driving for like 2 hours or something. So you know him best. You know what he likes to do, and he drives. What we really need to do is to discern this podcaster's ritual while he is driving.
He likes, big, goofy, convenience store drinks.
Oh my god! It's Mr. Mustache! Colleen!
So this pad of paper that he borrowed to write down the address, I would like for you to give it to me, please, if you would. I thank you. Thank you very much. Do you have a pencil?
You don't press that hard.
Wow.
They did in The Big Lebowski.
Do you know that that's exactly where I learned it from? Isn't that weird?
Okay.
That's a great movie, though.
Yeah. Isn't this soothing to the soul? You know, if I close my eyes, I can almost imagine me back on Ponderock. I miss our little paradise, Mr. Tusk. This is just a poor facsimile of it.
I hope he gores him with those tusks, like.
First became good friends. Remember? Until that terrible day. Man feeds on the meat and sinew of the helpless. Until we are all alone. We survive at all costs, only to butcher again and again, until we ourselves are at last butchered in turn. You were not prepared for me last time, Mr. Tusk. You were not ready for the fight. This time it will be different, because I have hardened you, just to show you how cruel men can be. if I truly brought out the walrus in you, this time, you just might prevail.
He is close.
Damn.
So, we are about to find your friend and the dangerous man who took him. These are guns.
I don't want one.
You don't want a gun.
You take them.
What kind of American are you?
The kind that's never used a gun before.
Take the fucking gun.
Let's take the fucking gun, please. I'll take the big one.
Fucking chrome-plated shotgun, dude.
Some years back,
Whoa.
I was rescued from the island of Ponder Rock a mere hour after I butchered my sweet savior walrus in order to live. I have marked this occasion for 15 years now by allowing my flippered friend a fighting chance he never had.
Wow, 15.
So, you will fight me, Mr. Walrus, or you will die!
Continuity check. Wait. Continuity check. We are led to believe that he had to cut off Wallace's legs, or any of their legs, which is a clear pattern, right? He had to, cut off their legs, shorten them, and sew up their arms in a weird way to fit in this walrus suit, which he apparently kept creating over and over again. How did the good doctor or whatever, how did Howard get his whole ass body in the suit? He didn't have to cut off his own legs. Unless he cuts his own legs off every 15 years and then sews new legs back. They showed his legs, though, when he was in the pool, kind of on purpose, it felt, and they didn't look like they were someone else's legs, so maybe I can review that in the footage, but yeah, weird continuity for this movie. Okay, all right, sorry, let's continue.
So just as I had to kill you on Thunder Rock, you have a terrible choice to make here. You have to kill me if you want to live. And if you live, it will be as a walrus, which you almost are. So, either you go full walrus, or this.
God. Where's the cop?
You lasted longer than the rest. You would kill me if you could. You want to. Your survival instincts have kicked in.
So help mine!
Yes. Yes.
Where's it coming from?
It is a complex. You are my Mr. Tusk.
Come on, Gee. Put him down. I noticed he didn't even cock the shotgun. Maybe it was already pre-cocked, but 1 year later. I already don't like where this is headed. I don't know. They're in like an animal sanctuary right now.
Wallace?
This does not bode well.
We're here. It's Allie. And Teddy.
You don't have to hide from us, Wallace.
Wallace!
I can't even remember the last time you cried while watching Winnie the Pooh.
So I don't cry. I mean, big deal. I'm also a lot older, remember? Crying's kind of for babies.
I remember when my grandma died, and my grandpa was destroyed. He had tears streaming down his face. He was holding her picture, and I was so worried. It's good to cry. It separates us from the animals. Shows you have a soul.
I love you, Wallace. Don't ever forget that.
I did not see that coming. God damn it. No, but that ending I did not expect at all. Well, okay. So that was 2014's Tusk, directed by Kevin Smith, with a bunch of other amazing actors involved. Okay, review time. This is actually probably going to edit down rather short, or shorter than the first, because I really didn't say much, because there really wasn't a whole lot of fault to find. The cinematography was great. The blocking of shots never felt awkward or weird unless it needed to. The writing was absolutely fantastic. The lines that these actors were spitting out were some of the best writing I've seen in a while. Granted, again, this has come out in 2014, but yeah, the casting was on point. You know, everything looked great, sounded great. Really interesting flick, and you know, body horror isn't my thing really. I wouldn't go out of my way to like watch a movie, you know, where that is sort of the theme. But this movie, thankfully, had a lot more to it. I enjoyed the flashback scenes, which helped flesh out the characters. Like there was character development, but it was in a weird chronological order, I guess you could say. which I enjoyed. That was different. That was fun. Yeah. I mean, Heather, again, thank you so much. A really solid suggestion, recommendation for a movie to react to and review. I really rather enjoyed it. So it's one more Kevin Smith flick that I just actually really like. I'm not going to say that I'm going to go forward and watch it again anytime soon, but I know that I have seen it and I liked it, and I could watch it with some friends and have a good time in that way. But yeah. So what am I going to rate it? Well, so I'm gonna have to. It's early on in my rating system. It would be silly to give it a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Tusk gets a 4-star out of 5-star rating from me. I need to give this more time to, get more data points, I guess you could say, before I start, 5 out of 5s. I mean, yeah, it'll be hard. Maybe even this is like a 4.5. I'll say 4. I know I'm comfortable with 4. I'm happy with 4. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, the normal YouTube stuff. Please like and subscribe if I earned it. If you have any other movie suggestions, I have a list growing right now. Actually, I have a few. Fargo is on that list. Might be up next. I have a couple other obscure movies that some friends are throwing at me right now. So I have some homework to do. But I need to get this into the editing bay and ready to upload. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to Smodcast. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Scott Mosier.
Oh, shit. All right, so here's the third act. He then goes and puts on his suit, made of human skins. And so you realize he's done this before. Like, I'm not the first lodger and shit like that.
Gotcha.
So he's in it, you're in yours, and you guys have to have one of them walrus fights, like on the beach. Where you slamming each other, like, and we start saying, "Is man indeed a walrus at heart?" You ultimately get him and fucking
But then what has to happen at the end is that once he makes that switch,
yeah,
he can't go back.
Like the clinic for the criminally insane or something like that.
Yeah.
And you see, like his buddy.
He's got something wrapped in a newspaper and you don't know what's going on. And then he opens
it. It's a fish. Oh, this is awesome. And it's like another walrus enclave, a better version of where he was, because he realized they can't reverse the process.
No, they can't.
He's gone, even in his head, he's gone full walrus.
Yeah.
And he throws him the fish, and then fucking the walrus man scurries over to it all gross and shit and starts biting at it at the ground. They play like some sad piano music. Roll credits as we pull back in this overhead and watch him fucking eating this fish off the ground. And there's a song that's just like, being tender in your heart.
Is that a real song?
No. Like, we need a hashtag for this. The conversation needs to grow. 2 hashtags. Walrus yes, walrus no.
For people who don't want it to happen.
Your vote is crucial.
You just had to have the second slider. You just had to have the second slider. Oof.